All right, today, hi, welcome, Mr. Giles here. We're going to talk about how to make a happy meme. Because there's enough negative, crappy, dank memes out there. Let's make a good one that makes people happy. And you know what makes people happy? Smiling dogs. Smiling dogs make people happy. Smiling babies make people happy. Most smiling animals make people happy. Smiling people tend to make people happy. So, first step is find a picture of a happy animal or person. So, I wrote happy dog. And I just started, like, instantly, this dog's got his tongue out, usually, and kind of looks like it's smiling. I went with this one. You can choose any happy, I like this one. I like that one, it's kind of fun. Okay, so I'm gonna copy this picture. First step, right click on the image, copy image. So instead, you can't Control-C copy an image from the internet, at least it doesn't work yet. Maybe that'll be a thing in the future, but right now we're gonna right click with our mouse and select copy image. And I'm using Google Chrome. It makes it a little simpler. Now I'm going to go back to paint.net and I'm going to just go File, New. And I'm just going to take whatever size it gives me because that'll be the size of the picture. And when I paste it, Control V, it's going to fit that picture perfectly on the screen. Next step is to add text. Okay, so here's how we're going to add the text. The typical font you use is called Impact. So I'm going to actually select the Impact font. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P. So I selected Impact. I'm going to set the size to, I'm going to start at 150, and we're going to just see how that looks. So I'm going to get my Impact font. Oh, that's really big. I'm going to change that to 100. And it'll depend on the size of your picture. The larger your picture, the larger your font will have to be. Now I'm going to start by creating a new layer is actually even better, and I'm going to call this layer shadow text, and I'm going to start with black text to say what I want to say. I'm going to put that on the bottom layer. So I'm going to put I'm happy. Okay. Now you can come up with your own happy saying. I'm using the center option here. You can align them to the left. In fact, that kind of works a little better in my picture. So I'm going to use that. And that's my shadow text. Now I'm going to go and make another layer. In my next layer, I'm going to choose, if I'm making a meme, you're going to use a white font and you're going to do the same exact text. I'm happy. Now that I've typed, I'm going to use this little hand thing and I'm going to just adjust this. I'm going to just put it right over the black text, and I'll show you why in just a moment, how we're going to make that stick out. So I got now this is my white text, okay? Or top text. Now I'm going to go to the shadow text layer. It's very important you click on that layer, and we're going to use an effect. Effect, blur, Gaussian blur. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to set this to about, I'm going to set it to about 6. I'm going to say OK. Now what that did, if I turn this layer off, you can see it sort of blurred that text, but we're not done. Now that we've blurred it, we're going to multiply it. So I'm going to go here to duplicate layer, and I'm going to make sure shadow text is selected, and I'm going to just duplicate it. Now you can see, as soon as I did it, you can see it got thicker around the edges, and I'm going to keep doing that. I'm just going to do it like, I don't know, 10, 15 times till I'm happy with it, and then I might move the white top text layer, and I'm going to just click on it. I'm going to use my arrow keys, and I'm going to center it. Boom. There's your happy meme in under 5 minute tutorial. So there's the I'm happy. And then the final step, if you want to share it, of course, is actually there's 2 steps. I would suggest saving it as, and save it as a paint.net file always. Go to if you're on my class, you're going to save to your H drive somewhere. And I'm going to go into, I'll just do this in period 3 inside paint.net. And I'm going to call this my last name, my period number, my last name. Remember, you're not going to write Giles, you're going to write your last name. And then I'm going to call this happy meme. And then I'm going to call it happy meme layers. That's going to help me remember which version this is. I'm going to click save. And then you're going to see the title up here just changed right here. Oops, double click. Okay, now, so I've just saved it as a paint.net and layers, and then I'm going to save it again, file save as. This time I'm going to convert it into a JPEG. So I have my layers, so if I ever want to go back and fix it, I can very easily fix it, but when I save it as a JPEG, it's like it's cooking it, it's baking it together. And I'm going to delete the word layers, and I'm just going to save it as a JPEG. And that's what I'm probably going to be turning in or sharing. That's the file that you can share with the world. You can upload to Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, whatever platform exists by the time this video is played again. I'm going to click save, and I'm going to say OK. And now, if you go into your folder, if you open up your folders just regular, not through paint.net, I didn't go file, I just went into the folder icon on the desktop, and I'm going to go in and I'm going to look at it. And if I go look at it, I should see there's the meme layers, paint.net, and there's the happy meme, JPEG. Boom! That's how you make yourself a happy meme. If you have suggestions for other memes we can make that will bring some goodness into the world instead of the ones that make people all agitated and angry, post them in the comments, man. I would love to see that. And I hope you have a great day. And I think there's some happy music playing underneath, so I'll just let that play out.